This morning, we turn our attention to the petroleum sector, where recent events have stirred serious debate. Engineer Farouk Ahmed, the chief executive of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, has resigned alongside Gbenga Komolafe, the CEO of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. Now, Dangote accused Ahmed of economic sabotage, claiming he issued reckless fuel import licenses even as the Dangote refinery ramped up production. He also questioned Ahmed's personal health, alleging that the regulator spent $5 million on the personal wealth, alleging that the regulator spent $5 million on the secondary education of his 4 children in Switzerland, an amount Dangote says cannot be justified by Ahmed's earnings as a public servant. Now, following this, Dangote petitioned the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission to investigate Ahmed. Although Ahmed resigned before any formal probe began, the question now is whether resignation is enough. Was Farouk Ahmed's exit sufficient to address concerns of misconduct and regulatory mismanagement, or should investigations continue to uncover the full truth? We'd like to hear from you, our viewers. Call us in and share your thoughts on the numbers displayed on your screen. Farouk Ahmed face further investigation, or his resignation should be the end of the story? Your opinion does matter, as always, right here on Daybreak on Trust TV. So make sure you call us in and share your thoughts. Now, looking at this, Maimuna, okay, let's take our first caller. I believe a lot are eager to give their thoughts and opinions. We have Ade from London. Hello, good morning, Ade.
Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Maimuna.
Good morning, Ade. We're very well, thank you.
Yes, like I said, on one of the TV station. You see, I was surprised when people were defending Farouk. They are blaming Daybreak that because of monopoly. I don't know whether they understand the English meaning of monopoly, because Boa has a refinery. This man, they have issued 40 licenses already for them to build it. So, how is that a monopoly for Dangote? What about the airline that is not monopoly? Well, look at what they are charging people now. So, Dangote loves that country. The richest man in the world is in America. He's from South Africa. You can imagine, he's from South Africa. If that man stay in South Africa as the richest man in the world, look at what will happen in Africa. But he chooses America. But Dangote chooses Nigeria. $23 billion alone. For this reason, he has a lot of debt on his neck. Apart from all that businesses, he has created jobs for Nigerians in hundreds of thousands that are married and feeding people. What did Farouk created in Sokoto? How many people is this person? Sending your young children to secondary school, secondary school, $200,000 per child. Can you imagine? By the time those children graduated there, they don't even remember their culture. Want to talk of their religion, they won't remember anything, because at that young age, to secondary school in Switzerland, I can't believe it. So I'm happy that you continue to investigate, because we must know now 2 of them resigned. Why did 2 go instead of 1? So they are skeleton in their cover. That's why they resigned. So ICPC should investigate, EFCC should investigate, and they should not allow them to travel out of the country. That's a humongous amount of money for just one person. $5 million. You see, that's why I used to say that Nigeria is richer. They are richer than UK 100 times. You can imagine. If our member of parliament here take £10, just £10, it must resign. But look at Nigeria. They are just taking money from here, corruption every corner, everywhere. And common people they are suffering. Who are they blaming? They blame the president. What has the president got to do with this man? This is the appointee of Buhari. You can imagine, $5 million. So either resign or not resign. They should continue to investigate them. Because this Dangote is helping a lot of people in Nigeria. It's investing in Nigeria. It's solving a lot of problems in Nigeria. I love the man. I've never met him, but I love him. So this guy will vomit that money. They should recover that money from him. That's my contribution to it. God will save Nigeria, and God will eradicate corruption in the heart of people in Nigeria, and God will put a fear in the mind of who are in authority in Nigeria. God bless my country, Nigeria. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Adi. Thank you for
very
calling
much,
in.
Adi. Now, Maimuna, looking at this particular issue, we have seen that Dangote has called out I would call him former chief executive of the NMDP RA, and his other, I would say, counterpart for the upstream as well has resigned. A lot of people will say that maybe there's some sort of connection or collusion between those two, but at the end of the day, with evidence that has been presented, you know, it is only right, even if there is a resignation, these investigations continue and people are brought to book. But let's take our next caller.
Absolutely. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, Hauwa and Maimuna.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And the person behind the scene. My name is Daniel, calling from Jalingo.
Good morning,
Good
Daniel.
morning, Daniel.
Let me add to what Mr. Adi has said. The man Farouk is my man of the year. Why did I say so? One allegation, he stepped aside. This is how we want Nigeria to work. We have others that there are plenty allegations, but they refuse to leave office. I don't know whether they're waiting for the Mr. President to give them order packages. Strong allegations against them, some with bandits, some with public funds, but yet they fail to step aside. In fact, I hail Mr. Farouk. That is how it's supposed to be. We are going somewhere with that kind of behavior. That kind of attitude is welcome in Nigeria. Please, kudos to him. This is the only thing I have this morning.
Thank you, Daniel, for calling in. Hauwa, I want Nigerians to understand that Farouk's resignation should not, put a total stop to the investigation that is ongoing. Because in a democratic governance, resignation is administrative, but then accountability has to do with ethical obligations.
Absolutely.
And as a Nigerian, Nigerians are asking questions. It is not enough that you're resigning.
Exactly.
It has not answered the questions that are out
there. It doesn't mean that even if the allegations are true, all that has happened has been wiped away.
Not at all.
Exactly.
We want to see this case go further, and then we need transparency while the institutions that are in place to investigate these issues come in at the end of the day. But then we have Shetima on the line. Hello, good morning, Shetima.
Good morning, Maimuna, Bagudu. Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Trust TV. Good morning, Nigeria. This is Shetima Yakudima calling from Maiduguri.
Thank you for joining us, Shetima. Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, they say a journey of 1,000 miles began with a step. So we're really happy for this achievement, and this achievement come from Almighty Allah. We know it's not their making. If at all is their making, like my brother that just dropped the phone have said, a lot of people with these allegations and with these things like what Farouk did, but still they remain in the office. The country will be shouting. The populace of the country will be shouting for them to resign, but they will not resign. But Farouk have resigned. It is good, and this will mark the beginning of the investigation. And we want all the corrupt organization. They should work hard in digging this information. To make thorough investigation. If at all Farouk was found guilty, let him face the wrath of the law. And it is good that way. Next time anybody was raised with allegation of corruption, let him resign. Because these positions, it was given to them in trust. They violated the trust, let them step aside and let investigation go on. And you can imagine, honestly speaking, in a country like Nigeria, somebody will take money and pay the school fee of his children. Is this the wealth personalized for him? I don't know. Simply because you hold an office, you betray the country to take a huge amount of money like this one. is a very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. We don't care from anywhere you come, from any part of country you are, from any part of this country you come, whatever tribe you have belonged to, in whatever faith you have been practiced. If at all you have caught with something illegal, you have to face the wrath of the law. That is where we can be a P1, we can be in a one country, and this country belongs to all of us. Nobody can personalize the weight of this country for him and his family, and to go free. That is why we have been suffering for this insecurity, lack of social amenities and everything. People have been packing money, taking money, personalize it for themselves, and we have put eye on them and deceiving them. But this is a very good step. We have recommending this government. Let them continue what they are doing, and we have been accompanying their action with prayers. Let all Nigerians pray. All enemies of Nigeria to be pushing out one by one. Thank you so much and have a nice day. This is the happiest moment in our life.
You really sound happy, Shetima, this morning.
Honestly, Maimuna. Honestly. Because people they have subjected us into unnecessary difficulties, which we are not supposed to be experiencing. This is a rich country, as Ajay was saying. Honestly speaking, I can remember 1999 when BP and President of America, the ex-President of America, when he visited Nigeria and he addressed two houses, he said this country is rich. Nigeria is rich. He told them categorically. He said if America can get abundant resources, three abundant resources that Nigeria have, out of that abundant resources, if America can get three, he said America can rub shoulder with any country that thinks he's rich in this world. So you can imagine this country is rich. But people they have personalized the richness of the country to only benefit for themselves and their family. And a lot of people they have been suffering. No security, no education, no health. People have taken all the money. So thank you so much, Ahmed.
Thank you, Shetima, for calling this morning and sharing your thoughts.
There are multiple things that he's been accused of when it comes to issuing reckless fuel import licenses, and aside from that, we have the allegations of spending $5 million when it comes to his children's schooling and education. And looking at it, we've seen a lot of cases where a lot of people have been accused of doing misappropriation of funds and all of that. And it never ever continues or gets to the end where an investigation is being done, proof is brought out and things like that, making sure that people are held accountable for their actions. But we hope that at this point it doesn't happen like that. But let's take our next caller. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Kinsley, calling from Lagos.
Good morning, Kinsley. Thank you for calling in.
Go ahead with your thoughts.
Okay, the man, I like what the man did. I like what he did. But can we also investigate Mr. President's wife, the First Lady?
On what grounds?
She went to a place and donated 1 billion naira. How did she get that 1 billion that she donated to either Plateau or what one state like that, one northern state? So can we do the same to the First Lady? What is going on now is pure looting. Some people say they are happy. They are happy. It's good to hear this kind of story, but that is...
All right, I think we lost that caller. I want to add to what you said concerning with cases like this that we have seen, but at the end of the day, it's not been followed through. And most especially when, that person is resigning. Is it that after they resign, the resignation tend to, sweep away those allegations?
But I want to call the attention of Nigerians when it comes to people being accused of a crime or misappropriation or whatever it is that they're not supposed to do, and they do resign. In very rare cases, that is in Nigeria, and they do resign. Nigerians, we have to understand it is a moral duty.
Absolutely.
For you to make sure that you take the necessary steps in doing the right thing, even if you're accused of doing the wrong thing. So someone resigning, I don't think it is something to give props to at the end of the day.
It's because the system that we are in we've not seen these things happening on a daily basis. If it's a reoccurring thing that people are being accused of, corruption and what have you, and they immediately resign, it's something that has been happening for years, then I think Nigerians will not be giving kudos to, people that come out to do that. Like you rightly said, morally. And then I also stated it, in a democratic governance, I mean, it is an administrative decision for one to resign when he or she is being accused of either corruption or what have you. So yes, well, it is a good step to start with, because we have seen these cases, and some people don't even resign. Some don't even come out. Absolutely. Some don't even come out to debunk these allegations and state facts and reasons as to why they are not guilty when they are being, accused. So it's the system that we are in. We are used to, seeing these people in public offices, just stick there and not want to resign for, the further investigations. But then we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from? Good morning.
Okay, my name is Yaya Suleiman. I'm calling from Anambra State.
Thank you for calling in. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Okay, I just want to contribute to the issue of Mr. Farouk. So the issue, for my own contribution, is that the man resigning, at least is a good one. It's the right step in the right direction, but the investigation should continue. That's the only way we can get a better Nigeria. Yes, the investigation should continue. If found guilty, fine, face the law. At least if everybody have this set of mindset that if somebody commit an offense, irrespective of your religion, your tribe, your ethnic, you can come out and say this person commits such an offense without any iota of investigation. At least it's a good one. Because there are some people that they know about some certain things, they will cover it up. There are some people I see do this type of thing, even more than this now. But because his own people will cover him or her, because maybe they are from the same ethnic. If it's somebody else that has reported it now, if it was the Dangote that reported this now, if it's another tribe that reported this now, they would have said maybe it's tribalism or it's this and that. But at least this is a very good one. And as I said earlier, this is the only way Nigeria can move forward. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in and sharing your thoughts.
Now, Maimuna, looking at this, we've seen cases, as we've said, that when time goes on, it just dies down. Now, for example, earlier in the year, we've seen the case of the former Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, right?
Absolutely.
And at that point, the offence that he's been accused of is a criminal offence, and
the forgery of his
exactly. And at a point, he resigned, right? Mm-hmm. We still have not
heard anything
about
that
him
case
being called to book, taken to court, or anything like that. So it begs you to ask this question: is it that everything is being swept under the rug as soon as that person is out of public view, is out of public's notice, or is it that they just do not care?
And that is why I am glad we're having these conversations, and Nigerians are calling in to share their thoughts concerning this particular matter. I am strongly standing on the ground that these investigations should not end. And as you can see on the screen, we have, the allegation about engineer Farouk Ahmed, and it's well detailed, including the names of the children and secondary schools
really got
that he
the detail in the information that has been provided. Okay, for you to know that these are not just empty allegations. There are facts, there are evidence that we can provide for you, but it is up to, the ICPC or the EFCC to
I will add to that, Hauwa. We have a caller on the line.
Correct and right. But let's take our next caller.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
My name is Abdul Mutallab Lawal.
Good morning, Abdul Mutallab.
Where are you calling from?
Calling from Malumfashi, Katsina State.
All right, thank you for calling in. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Exactly. I am excited to wake up this morning and see this topic. It's very exciting to me because my one submission here is this allegation of Farouk Ahmed. If it is not Dangote and its alike, I don't think that it will be taken serious. We are living witness in this country. A lot of things are happening. But people are making comments. People are saying a lot. But nobody cares to listen to. Most especially the weight allegations on the government officials. Yes, we have seen in many cases. And I thank God that it is Dangote now that has, looked into. That is why I think now the government has taken what is expected of from the side of the government. This resignation of Ahmed and the other person, I don't think that they did it willingly. They are forced to do it. We are Nigerians, we know what is going on. Thank you very much. Good morning, Nigerians.
Thank you very much for that. Calling in. Now, when you look at this allegation, it is well detailed, like I earlier stated. I mean, $5 million on his 4 children's foreign secondary education in Switzerland, and a breakdown, the amount and also the duration,
living
and what have
and
you.
All of that. It's just been broken down so detailed.
And this case, if you ask me, is going to be an interesting case because when Dangote's lawyer came out to, speak about this issue, he said there are evidences. So when they meet in court, these evidences should be presented. Yeah, so I don't think this case should be swept under the rug. This case should be followed through. Being that for every case, if you have evidence, of course, yes, the court will listen to you.
It is quite heartbreaking that so far we've heard all our callers and a lot of Nigerians have said that if not that it was Dangote that provided all this information, it would not have been heard or taken serious as well. But let's take our next caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Mr. Thompson from Benin City, Edo State.
Thank you for calling in, Mr. Thompson. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yeah, regarding this Ahmed Farouk issue and Dangote issue, I think Dangote is very, very correct. Because Dangote is somebody that has the interest of Nigeria at heart. You can see his antecedent, the way of his business. He wants Nigeria to develop. He wants the best for Nigerians. But this Ahmed Farouk, for the assets before now, has been working against Dangote's refinery success just because of this fuel subsidy that they make millions and keeping the country underdeveloped. So Dangote has to fight back. He even tried to demarket Dangote's refinery's products by calling it substandard. And you are supervising an agency that to protect the Nigerian economy. You are even destroying it by even allowing substandard products to come to the country. Destroying Nigerian machineries, cars, whatever. And you still have the effort to go to the public that Dangote is going for a monopoly. A man who is trying to help Nigerians to be developed and even bringing foreign currency, foreign exchange to the country. So the man has to fight back because he wanted to demarcate his business. After spending over $20 billion using a refinery, this Farouk wants to destroy his business, peculiar interest, personal interest, and his court. So he resigned. I don't think he resigned. He was forced to resign. He didn't resign because Nigeria don't do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thompson, for that. You know, Maimuna, looking at this controversy and hearing from Nigerians and looking at different perspectives, some might say that Dangote is doing this because he's trying to monopolize the oil sector, and that is why he's attacking and going after Farouk Ahmed. But as others might say, at this point he has done so much to frustrate Dangote, the refinery distribution, as well as, you know, making sure that he does not or is unable to sell as much as he can sell to oil distributors. But let's take Abasinko from Gombe State. Hello, good morning, Abasinko.
It's not him, it's Daniel that is back again.
All right, thank you very much, Daniel, for calling back. Go ahead.
Yes, the report I'm getting now, I don't know whether it's true. They said the upstream director of the NNPC, something like that, Benga,
yes,
has also resigned. I don't know how.
Yes, he has resigned as well.
Yes, and that is good. Then our judiciary that I always complain, please, when it comes to issue like this, they super forward it. It's not only when they want to remove somebody as governor or they want to remove somebody as senator, they do the bidding quick to please other people. This kind of case, they should also fast forward it sharp so that we should see the end of it in time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much
for that.
Hauwa, just to add to what you said, yes, you know, Nigerians, people have different views and opinion concerning this issue. But then let's look at it as, you know, a Dangote being a patriotic Nigerian and for the love that he has for his country, because he has brought out these evidences.
Absolutely.
And the evidences are clear and well detailed.
You just said something that I need to make, you know, clear of and make mention of, is Nigerians have to understand that we have to be the ones to hold people accountable for their actions, for what they need to do. We need to do that. What Dangote did is only right. If it's true, what Dangote did is only what is expected of every Nigerian.
Because they say when you see something, you say something.
Exactly.
Absolutely. We have another caller on the line.
Let's take our next caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Akin Joseph calling from Jos.
All right,
thank you for calling in.
Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yeah, I see the program you're doing, and I just want to contribute my
Go ahead.
Yeah, I see the issue of the Dangote. Truly, this man has truly tried for Nigeria. We need to appreciate him. I wish one day he will be a president of this country with his policies. Look at the refinery has made. He has made now. That refinery that he made, was it 2 years back? Look at what he's giving back to Nigerians. He's got to give 100 billion naira to the poor so that they can go for education, go to school. What a kind of a philanthropist. In fact, we like that. If Nigerians, we can have like that would say 4 or 5 of them, I don't think we'll have problem in Nigeria. We'll be more than USA. And the issue of Farouk that he resigned, I think for him resign it means he now honor, he still have the integrity that he can somebody check. But how many people in Nigeria would somebody accuse them, then they will just resign? So please, we want people that will build our country so that our country will be a better place. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in and sharing your thoughts. Hauwa, you know, for each time we have conversations like this surrounding 2 people at loggerheads and there are accusations concerning corruption, misappropriation of funds and what have you, we need to understand as Nigerians, and that is where the change your mindset concept comes in. First, you think about your country. You think about the fact that the people have the right to hold their leaders and people in public offices accountable for their actions and when there are issues like this.
If you see discrepancies, you have to call it out.
Absolutely. And I really, really hope that this particular case would not be like every other cases that we have seen in Nigeria, whereby swept under the rug. It will not be good for Dangote himself and for Nigerians and for other people, because other people are watching, it's going to set the precedent for them to follow that, okay, if I am being accused or caught in doing certain things, all I just need to do is honorably resign.
And I believe
everything
when it comes to the people as well, it will bring a resolve that, okay, even if I say something, nothing is being done. So why would I even say anything?
And it can also encourage other people to do things like this. If you can't
beat them, join them, and which is a very, very wrong concept and, way of understanding things. Because at the end of the day, if it gets to a point where nothing is being done, people just get relaxed and
the system
melt into the system. Yeah, exactly.
Again, the ICPC, the EFCC, whoever this petition has been, okay, the ICPC, Dangote sent the petition to the ICPC.
Yes.
They should wake up and make sure that this case is being followed down to the letter, because Nigerians are watching. Nigerians are asking questions. His resignation alone is not, the answers to the questions that Nigeria have concerning this matter. But then we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, this is Evangelist Olu Ogunaike, a.k.a. Oluwalomejoda, calling from Jebu, Ogun State.
Good morning, Evangelist. It's been a while. We haven't seen your messages or phone call as well.
Yes, it's been a while.
Yes.
So
thank you for calling in.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, go ahead.
What I want to say about the issue of Farouk, this issue should have been made public long ago. Dangote shouldn't have waited for this period. For this too late period before saying it. Because if not for the issue between Dangote and the NNDP, Department of Petroleum Resources, concerning that we have fed his own business, he wouldn't have blown this whistle. But nevertheless, he has done the right thing. You see, until our leaders, the government at all levels, begin to probe and prosecute corrupt officials and also remove immunity clause from our constitution, we are just daydreaming and we are just chasing shadows. Because if nobody is held accountable for any misbehavior or any embezzlement of money, this corruption and embezzlement will continue till thy kingdom comes. You see, capital punishment, I suggest, should be meted out to those that mismanage the country's money, whoever or whatever position he may occupy. If that is done, you will see that the issue of corruption will be reduced, will be ameliorated, if not completely eradicated. And people at all levels, Nigerians, in their own minute way, whatever position they are occupying that has to do with money, they should also absolve themselves of corruption. They should be prudent. Not that we should be blaming the government every time, and we ourselves, we also have shaky deals. Our hands are not also clean. They say he who must go to equity must have clean hands. So what am I saying? You see, corruption has eaten deep into every nook and cranny of this country. Go to offices, civil servants, all the heads of management, most of them are corrupt. So until this issue of corruption is nipped in the bud by everyone, we are just deceiving ourselves. God will continue to bless us television. Thank you.
Thank you,
thank you very much,
for calling
Evangelist. I believe we have a couple of WhatsApp messages, and we have one from Usman Santaraki from Jamaica in Yola. And he says, good morning, Hauwa and Maimuna. The case of Farouk honestly needs total investigation to serve as a lesson for others who may want to follow his way. Imagine a public servant working in the NNPC, but just because he had the opportunity to head an agency under the organization, saw it as a way to accumulate ill-gotten forgotten that saw him sending his children to a school in Switzerland costing him $5 million, while his people in Sokoto were unable to afford 1,000 naira school fees. The irony is these set of people are the ones that killed the NNPC, that even the country's 4 refineries are today not functioning optimally despite the billions allocated to the organization under late President Buhari. He needs to be investigated. Thanks and remain blessed. Thank you very much, Usman Santaraki, for that message.
All right, we have another WhatsApp message from Baba in Jalingo. He says, no, investigation should not continue because all of us are the same in Nigeria. So let us leave the sleeping dogs to lay. If not, heads will roll with heavy blows. Now, these are the kind of comments and mindsets that we talk about when it comes to issues like this.
Absolutely.
I mean, we should not encourage such a thing. If there's an allegation and there is an evidence backing that allegation, let the institutions do their due diligence and justice should prevail at the end of the day.
And now, just because wrongdoing has been normalized doesn't mean that it is still right. It is absolutely wrong and it should not be encouraged. We have another message from Adamu Muhammad Usman from Kafang House in Jigawa State, and he says, good morning, everyone. This Alhaji Farouk Ahmed's issue struck my mind, but left to me, his investigation should end by now since he has resigned. Despite that, Farouk did not do well. Alhaji Ali Dangote should please overlook this issue and forgive the man. This episode is teaching so many people a lot of lessons. Farouk should be commended for this bold and courageous step, which is unusual in Nigeria. Did anyone in Nigeria try this? But if Alhaji Dangote is not satisfied with only resignation, he can further pursue with other measures to investigate him. But to be candid, Dangote is too much for this. Let him overlook and let it please. May Allah continue to guide us right. At this point, I want us to understand that these allegations, these accusations of these atrocities that have happened or may not happen, but have happened, are not being done to Dangote, are being done to Nigeria and Nigerians. So it is not a case of Dangote excusing or overlooking the issue at this point.
Thank you for that clarity, Hauwa. It is very, very important. So let's take another WhatsApp message from Nandi Betty from Ogoja. He says on Farouk Ahmed's resignation, Farouk Ahmed's resignation is a positive development. It is a novelty. Before now, resignation had never been heard of in a polity so deeply enmeshed in corrupt practices by public officials. No amount of accusations had ever caused anyone who was accused of improperly to quit office. Rather, we see them ascending into higher offices. This puts our country in very bad light. The resignation, however, should not be enough for the investigation to be halted. It should continue, and please let us have the result. So many corruption investigations have either entered voicemail or they have been swept under the carpet. Nigeria must succeed. Thank you, Nandi Betty, for sending in your message.
All right, we have another message, and this one is from Umar Isa from Jamaica, Yola in Adamu State, and he says, good morning, everyone. Today's topic is pretty heavy. Umar Farouk Ahmed's resignation actually showcases an attitude Nigerians should emulate: accountability. The big question is, why are these allegations surfacing now? With immigration records and intel from CBN and the Financial Intelligence Unit, you'd think these concerns would have been raised earlier. Maybe his resignation will actually help investigators get their work done without any obstacles, but should not be a witch hunt, please. Thank you very much for that.
Another message just came in from Shelu Emmanuel Chooks from Taraba State, and it says, good morning. Corruption is like a ball of sorrow, which when set up rolling, it will augment itself by accelerated progression and will finally discredit the head that gave it the first impulse. Farouk should be investigated seriously. All those money should be collected back. In fact, he should be liquidated seriously, which is he resigning if he knows he's not guilty. I don't see any good in this resignation, honestly. More grace to Dangote. His effort will keep benefiting generation. Dangote remain the only icon on the sand of time where posterities will benefit from him.
All right, we have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, good morning, Maimuna. This is Shetima Yakodima back again.
Thank you, Shetima, for calling back.
Thank you for calling back. Go ahead.
Honestly speaking, I was highly disappointed with some messages that are coming in. This is very serious issue that is discussion. That is something that affected the nation. And some people comment, we are not even happy with it, honestly speaking. How can somebody do this kind of thing? And you are saying because he's resigned, let him go for another way. What a resignation? Resignation, he has a reason. He has his reason for resigning. That resignation, maybe he did it, maybe he thinking that by the time he resigned, the thing will be closed. So this is serious allegation. Honestly speaking, we need the country to make a deep investigation. And if they find him guilty, let him be punished based on what he did. Because this is the only thing that this country can take a shape. We will not be continuing allowing looters to be looting our economy. These are kind of people, they are the ones that put a blockage for Nigeria to become a semi-Dubai. Look at Dubai, a desert country, What we have, Dubai doesn't have half of it. But look at the way they build their country. These looters, they are the ones that make Nigeria not to become a semi-paradise. And they make our people suffering. We are all suffering today, whether we like it or not. There is hunger each and every corner of Nigeria. Why? Because of these looters. Anybody who loot, if he will find guilty, let him be punished wherever he come from. We don't care. Whatever tribe he belong to, whatever religion he belong to, let him be punished. Because this is a crime against the nation. You cheat the whole populace of the Nigeria. Well, so he have to be punished if he found guilty. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Thank you, Shetima, for calling back again and, sharing your thoughts on this. So talking about mindset, Hauwa, that is the reason why we are where we are as a country, to be very honest with you. Because if we keep encouraging things like this, it's like we're setting a solid foundation for other people to continue, because they know that the system will overlook when they resign, or maybe they have, certain powers and connections in the government. Absolutely. And they can just easily do what they have to do, take this money for their own benefit, for their own selfish interest, to benefit themselves, their family, and every other person around them, forgetting that Nigerians are the owners of this money. So when it's time for accountability, certain people should not come out to want to start, saying that, oh, forgive, don't do this, he's your brother. We are not talking about that for now. But then we have another caller on the line.
Next caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Maimuna. Good morning, Najida Hauwa.
Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Adamu Mohammed Usman calling from Kapin Hassa, Jigawa State.
All right, thank you for calling in. We haven't heard your voice. We've only seen your messages. Go ahead with your thoughts.
No, actually, before I do call, and sometimes you keep on calling, and the way how it is rushing, I couldn't get you.
All right.
Actually, you people are doing well. Thank you very much. We must appreciate you. And well done to Trust Television, you are doing well. Actually, it is, see, even in the print, it is only the Trust, sorry. It was the first on the page that is giving opportunity to Nigerians to express their view, to say their opinion. Trust is doing well, even from the print to the electronics. Well done, Trust. Majida and Maimuna, well done. Shetima called. Actually, there are individual differences. We Nigerians will have different perspectives and different views. Dangote, actually, he did well. And he's doing well for Nigeria and for Africa. He must be commended. And anybody who is trying or willing to destroy what he's planting or doing, we will not like it. And we are even praying for Dangote on daily basis. May Allah continue to protect him, to bless him, to promote him, because he's doing well. Even employing people in Nigeria, it means a lot. And even look at the fuel issue. Not because of Dangote, this fuel can be sold at 1,500 or 2,000. But it's Dangote that is doing this. We know, we actually agree, Farouk did not do well. He did not do well, but what we are saying, Dangote is too much for this. It's too much for this. He should have to just overlook and leave him with God. Because what Farouk did, we are not saying Farouk.
But Mr. Osman, at this point, we have to understand that these allegations, if they do become or they are true, the atrocities are to Nigerians, not only Dangote. So what do you say to all Nigerians? Are you going to say, tell Nigerians that, okay, let us forgive and forget? But if that continues, we would have to understand that people would see it as something that they can do and get away with it. So I would like to hear that perspective from you. I believe we lost our caller at this point.
I'm with you.
All right, go ahead.
Please go ahead.
So, Maimuna, you know one thing? I even in my text message, I say, if nobody is not satisfied, he can pursue or can follow other measures to call this man to order in order to serve as a deterrent to others with this kind of mindset. But actually, it's a shame because Dangote has restored trust on this man. And why would this man do this? No, it's because of Nigeria. But he can go. We didn't say he go. But what we are saying, we are just commending Alhaji Farouk for the resignation. It's the first in the history of Nigeria. Not to be candid, but what he did is he didn't do well. Let him not go to continue now. Let him continue. You understand?
But Dangote writing a petition to the ICPC stating facts and bringing evidence, don't you think that is the right channel and the right way to go in bringing Farouk out to be accountable for these monies that he has spent and all the things that he has been accused of?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Thank you for that.
Maimuna, I agree. I scored it. I conquer. Let him continue, actually. It's good.
All right, thank you very much for that. Your voice does matter, your perspective does matter, and we're still on this case, Farouk Ahmed, his resignation. Do you think that investigations should continue? We'd like to hear from you. Our WhatsApp is open, our phone lines are still open. Call us in, we'd like to hear your thoughts.
And please, when you do call in, as the rule of engagement, kindly turn down the volume of your TV set so we can hear you clearly. Thank you.
All right. We have, I believe, another WhatsApp message. Absolutely. And this one is from Muhammad Muiddin Lanre, and he says, good morning, everyone. This case of Farouk should not be swept under the carpet like other cases we have witnessed before. And he said, God bless the United States of Nigeria. That is a new one.
Okay, we have another WhatsApp message from Sylvester from Makadi.
Those that he has faulted seriously.
Hello, good morning.
Corruption. Hello, good morning.
Yes, thank you for joining us. What is your name and where?
Mr. Etika.
All right.
I have my opinion about Farouk.
All right, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Cross River State.
All right, thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yes, I want him to be investigated. He resigned because he knows that what if he's investigated and what he has done is found. For instance, spending $55 million just for children in Switzerland. I mean, that is heavy. He has so much and he wants to cover up by way of resigning. And I think the best thing is for him to be investigated. And what he has amassed through corruption, through dubious means he has gone. If he resigns, he will become a lord. Because for many years ahead, he can never finish that book. He will even die and leave the money. So what I'm saying, he should be investigated to let it serve as a deterrent to others. And
all right, I believe we've lost that caller, but then let's
give us a WhatsApp message.
Yes, we have a WhatsApp message from Sylvester in Makodi. He says, Dangote did the right thing with ill motive. Farouk was damaging his business, and that is why he was pushed to fight back. Unlike many Nigerians, Farouk did an honorable thing by resigning. Let there be punishment for corruption, no matter whoever is involved, just like China does, and it will reduce to the barest minimum. Thank you, Sylvester, for calling in, for sending in your WhatsApp message.
All right, that is all we have for this segment. It was absolutely a pleasure. Thank you to all our callers, our viewers, for sharing your thoughts and opinions. Your voice actually does matter right here on Daybreak on Trusted TV.